Hey, what's up guys, it is Trident here, and today we're going to be doing another video, but before we get into it, I need to explain something that is, there's for some strange reason with YouTube's, like, formatting issues. So if you're probably wondering why you're unable to find my channels, like, if you notice that my channel name changed from Trident to Riptide, this is temporary. I didn't actually want this to be my name. The name's going to be changing again to this right here, Riptide_Trident. And the reason is because there's a strange like glitch that like when my name was Trident, when you type that in, this Trident Japan channel would show up, and that's like some sort of music group thing. However, my channel doesn't show up, despite my channel being called Trident. And like what's supposed to happen is like when someone types in a Trident Japan, that channel should show up. But if somebody just types in Trident, the channel called Trident should be the first thing to show up. But then this channel is the thing that shows up and not mine. And not only that, remember when I said in the big changes happening 1 week video, I said that there is not a single other channel called Trident. That's a lie. Well, not really a lie. I didn't know at the time. But it turns out with this glitch, with this formatting problem, whereas any channels that's just called Trident is not showing up when you type in Trident, for some reason, there are actually channels called Trident, but you have to like really scroll for the channel to find it. And like I saw a channel and it had like 2K subscribers, and I didn't even notice it because for some reason YouTube just adores this channel and is not even accepting any other channel. Don't know why. It's weird. And so the channel is gonna be changed to something completely unique. I actually like checked it. It's gonna be Riptide Trident, but in order to find the name, you still have to type in the Nether's Brawler. I know it's weird. I know it's very confusing. And so with that being said, let's get into today's video. So at the very beginning of my channel, you see I have like these pretty decently popular videos, and there's my first popular video was this video right here, my first ever video, and to be honest, like at least 30 of the views here is actually like family members and people that my mom shared the video to on Facebook. So really this video only has like 10 people that's actually like not my family, so like this one really is not that popular. But then my first like actually legit like popular video was how I beat game theory in Minecraft lore. And basically what the video was about is a lore video explaining like a bunch of different feedbacks. Like if I read the description in this video, he's Minecraft Live, the new mob vote, the Rascal, and the ancient race of builders to explain what the Rascal is. So like Rascal was going to be one of the mob votes, but it didn't win, the Sniffer one. I really wanted Rascal to win because it has so much lore. Like I discovered that the Rascal is actually the ancient race of builders that MatPat's been searching for the entire time. But now that it's not in the game, we're going to have to go even deeper in order to find the ancient race of builders. And so, with that, it's interesting. Sorry. So that's what's interesting. So I haven't really done another video like this, so that's what this video is going to be. It's going to be another theory video, and the video is going to be about something completely different. It has nothing to do with Minecraft. It's actually, well, it's kind of, it has something to do with Minecraft. It's Minecraft related, but not Minecraft in general. So this lore video is going to be a little bit different. So it's about this YouTuber right here called Ethananimatz, and it's an animation channel that does a bunch of Minecraft stuff, and it does a bunch of Minecraft lore, does a bunch of Minecraft animations. And our today's lore video is about an animation series that he did on this channel, which now and this is actually his most popular series ever. It's the Minecraft Dream Animations Sleepwalking series. So this is like his most popular series, so you're having like millions of views per video. It's the most popular video on his channel. What is that? Oh my gosh. And like he's doing like series 2, which hasn't been pulling as many views as last time, but it's still pulling quite a few. And so we're gonna be talking about this series right here. Now, before I go into this lore video and explain anything, I think I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to pause this video and go watch this video right here. Explain this shows the full series, because you're going to need to understand everything that's going on in order for me to explain everything. So, in order for me to for you guys to understand everything about the lore, and I'm not going to spend time explaining the entire series first. So please go ahead and watch this video first before you watch this video. So I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to do that. So 1, 2. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that you watched the video, and let's go ahead and get into it. So my theory of what this is my theory. My theory is that Technoblade that was on the series, and he like defeated Nightmare and stuff like that. He like fought Nightmare. Where's like a good image for this? Yeah, he like defeated Nightmare and stuff like that. What you don't realize is that Technoblade was actually originally on Nightmare's side. Now you're probably thinking that's insane because Technoblade was the one that defeated Nightmare. What are you meaning he's on Nightmare's side? He wasn't. He was originally on Nightmare's side, and there is a reason for this. And I'm going super serious on the lore that it's actually going to go beyond the series. So I'm actually going to be showing you a video that even is outside the series, which is the Destiny, the Dream, and Technoblade video of Minecraft Championships. This video actually has some reasoning and evidence that explains that Technoblade was originally on Nightmare's side. So one of the things that another like question a lot of people have been having is, so in the slow down series, which is Nightmare, I don't know why he says Dream here. It's probably like a lore thing that I don't understand a reason why he calls it Dream instead of Nightmare. It's grammatically it would be Nightmare, but then again, Dream and Nightmare is the same being, so I understand why I start to understand why he called it Dream. And a lot of people are wondering how in the world Bad Boy Halo lost this fight. It's because like at the end, Bad Boy Halo he dies at the end, and everyone's confused on why, because like at the beginning he gets this insane combo. So like he gets this right here. So watch this. He gets this insane combo on him. He gets 1 hit, 2 hits. He slams into this. That's the 3rd hit there, and he slams into him again. That's 2 more hits there, and then he slams like I'm not so sure what to call this, like a magical like bomb thingy or something. So like he gets like 6 hits on him, while Nightmare only got like 2 hits on him. And so even though Bad Boy Halo's like Fitz doesn't do as much damage, he still got pretty insane combo on him. And not only that, on the second like round, so like there's like normal round where it's like everyone's on like their first stage, and then like on second stage, Nightmare goes like God mode or something, and then like Bad Boy Halo also goes God mode. He then like just looks like this thing. He basically looks like Bad Boy Halo from Dreams SMP when he got manipulated by the egg. And during that, they also got like a ton of hits as well, because when Bad Boy Halo like originally got turned into second mode, these beam things are coming out. These things actually reflect these sphere things, like a bunch of them. Those beams reflected them and actually hit Nightmare back. Oh wait. It actually hits, one of the sphere things actually hits Nightmare back. So that was pretty effective. So he gets 1 hit there. And then right here, they do like a trade-off. So like there's 1 hit here, there's a 2nd hit and a 3rd hit. And by the looks of how... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I'm messing up. Oh, gosh. Okay, there we go. So, like, how they're acting, so, like, Bad Boy Halo's almost basically up straight, and Nightmare's kind of, like, crooked and everything. He's, like, twisted. We're kind of seeing by how their body language is when they do, like, their 3rd trade, that Bad Boy Halo's taking less, is more upbeat, while Nightmare's looking like he's getting more owned. And then Bad Boy Halo then gets it, Bad Boy Halo gets, like, super insane hits, and he's on second mode, so his fist does much more damage. And then Nightmare does 1 single hit on him, and suddenly Bad Boy Halo can no longer... Then Bad Boy Halo suddenly cannot even, like, stable himself anymore, because, like, he's, like, and then he's like basically owned. And so everyone's wondering how the heck Bad Boy Halo lost. Like he's clearly had he took less damage and dealt more in return. How did he lose? And the reason is because Technoblade was actually helping Nightmare defeat Bad Boy Halo. And in order to explain this, we're have to go to the previous video, Dream versus Sapnap animation, and if you notice, when we pull it up, Sapnap pulls out his sword, and you're sort of seeing this pink aura that is around the sword here, and which is confusing because like why is this pink when Sapnap's color if we get to like a specific, it should be really obvious. Oh, I missed it. Okay. It's fine, I guess. You can see that Sapnap's color is purple, not pink. So why would his sword be pink if his color is purple? Now there is one other character in here that's color is pink, and that's Technoblade. So what I'm suggesting here is that Technoblade was able to take control of the sword, and since Sapnap had a weapon here, Technoblade was actually just weakening, debuffing the sword hits. So which it actually explains a lot. So if we go right here, Sapnap like blocks his Fire Fist, and then Sapnap gets this pretty insane combo. So his sword slams into him twice, and then like he also does that slamming thing. And here's another thing. If I get the angle just right, oh, I messed it up again. If I get it just right, so you'll see some interesting things here. You'll see that Sapnap's entire body is suddenly pink. Just once again, that's not his color. His color is purple. So why would this happen? And after that, you saw that like I gotta get like the angle. It's like so you saw when Nightmare got first. So you're seeing how he's getting hit on how his body is when he first gets slammed. He looks like this, just like when Bad Boy Halo and Nightmare were fighting. His body is showing that he took a lot of damage, and then second sword hit, it's very blurry, but okay, there we go. Then he gets a second time, and then when this happened, he's still in that position, and he's like scrunched up, and when he slams, he is like his back is gone basically. Like a human's back should not work like that. So he took a serious hit right there. But then at the end, Nightmare gets up like it was nothing. How? Well, mainly because Nightmare's a pretty good actor, so all those hits that like this scene when these scenes when he looks like he's taking serious damage, that's all an act because Technoblade is taking like control of Satnav's sword, and you can see with the pink aura, and causes the weapons to do less damage. He basically has control, and to prove that, it's that this sword is actually like a normal sword that is loyal to a specific person. So during the first fight, the sword was loyal, or should I say, technically took control of the sword in the first fight. And to show that, at the first fight, when Satnav's like lying down on the ground here, he looks around and he sees a sword. And you're seeing that the sword suddenly just looks like a fancy looking iron sword. It doesn't have any aura because both Sapnap and Technoblade. Sapnap got knocked out, so Sapnap doesn't have control of it, and he didn't have it in the first fight. And then Technoblade also must have flinched and lost control when this big explosion happened. When like that big explosion happened, so Technoblade got destroyed, and so Sapnap got back up, and now during the second round, Sapnap then finally takes control of it. And if you're looking at the sword here, it's more purple than pink now. So that's because Sapnap now has control over it. And so Technoblade can no longer do anything with the sword. And Sapnap did not took more traded hits with Nightmare on this first fight than on the second fight than he did on the first. And so that's why Sapnap got destroyed, lost the first time, because Technoblade had control over the sword in the first fight where he got the combo. And not only this, I've also discovered that Technoblade actually can disguise himself as plants. And to prove this, we go to this image right here. And this is where I'm confused, is when I first saw this image, I immediately thought that this flower right here has some symbolism behind it, because everything in this image is blurry, but then this flower has no blurry images whatsoever. Not only that, it's pink. Technoblade's color is pink. Symbolism. Boom. I'm pretty sure it also shows it a second time, and then at the very end, I'm pretty sure. So there's, once again, you see it again, and then even a third time at the very end. Multiple times this flower has showed up, so there's clearly some symbolism here. And not only that, even on the Bad Boy Halo video, they have this strange, where was it? Yeah, it's right here. So they have this strange scene of, once again, a dead bush. Why would they show a dead bush in this thing? It's the most worthless, well, not really worthless, you can get 6 from them, but it's a super useless, very useless item in Minecraft. Why would this be symbolism? Because this is how Technoblade is like seeing the fights and involving in it, because he's disguising as a plant. Not only that, there's also a little bit of evidence in one of the newer videos, if I can pull it up, I forgot to do that. Series, Technoblade's fighting Clown Pierce, and there's this interesting little scene. This is an interesting quote from, like, throughout the entire fight. To Clown Pierce is saying like this poem the entire time, and they say this line. All right, I guess we have to wait a little bit. I didn't get the timing right. All right, there we go. Right here. Roses are red, but tainted with Sorn. Now, this word right here, Sorn, has a... When I looked up the definition of Sorn, it means dislike. And when he says roses are red, and then not only that, in the next line, he's then saying violets are blue. He's then twice, he's referring to flowers, and he said Sorn, which means dislike. He is referring to those flowers are referring to Technoblade being disguised, and then Sorn in that first line is Sorn then is referring to Technoblade disliking Dream. And I'll explain to why I mean by dislike in a later, but that is the first. Is this both Theroy and Riptide basically proves that Technoblade was preventing Sapnap to make any good hits in the first round. So then let's go on to slow down. Now, this is a little bit different because Technoblade doesn't actually come into play until the second round. Reason is because Technoblade does not see Bad Boy Halo as a threat. Because as you can see, Bad Boy Halo through the entire time is using his fists in order to fight. Which is kind of strange because Bad Boy Halo literally has a sword on his back. So, like, why doesn't he use it? Probably because it's just a simple diamond sword. Like, I'm pretty sure his fists would probably do stronger because of plot armor. So Technoblade decides thinks that Bad Boy Halo is not a threat here, because he's using his fists, and Nightmare's like, oh yeah, he's got this. Nightmare's like super powerful. He's got like 2 axes. He's got this wand thingy. Bad Boy Halo only has his fists. How in the world is he gonna lose? No, Bad Boy Halo gets the insane combo thingy. Gets like the insane combo, and so Technoblade's then suddenly like, oh crap, this guy's actually really good. I need to step in. But before this happens, we're gonna have to go at the beginning here, when Bad Boy Halo and picks up like the Sapnap sword, which, by the way, is now under Technoblade's control again because he has the pink aura. And so when Bad Boy Halo then meets Nightmare for the first time, and Nightmare then pulls out a spirit. I'm guessing I'm gonna count this as like a soul because this is the exact very similar to the thing that Nightmare used when he like took Bad Boy Halo and Sapnap's soul in this fade away, and when then it went inside of his like soul stealer wandish thingy. And so where was I? And so this is like a spirit of Technoblade, but he isn't dead. He's still alive, but he's in a spirit form. You also notice that he throws him to the right-hand side, which would be the left-hand side on Bad Boy Halo's point of view. In this image, he would be throwing it to the left side. On the image on the side where he throws it, it would be throwing to the right. And that will be showing some significance. And he used technically once in order to disarm Bad Boy Halo, and then technically was like, okay, he has no weapons. He only has his fists. There's no reason for me to interfere now. That Nightmare's got this. And this is exactly where, but then Bad Boy Halo gets that sick combo and everything. And then what's interesting is that we're still on the exact same point of view. So like in this image referring to where Bad Boy Halo's reaction to the sword miss getting disarmed, we're looking at Bad Boy Halo's POV, and so would you look at that, the dead bush is on the left-hand side of where Bad Boy Halo originally was, and so the soul would have traveled here, and so this is actually Technoblade pretending to be a dead bush, and that's exactly why they don't show it. And so Technoblade was like, oh crap, Bad Boy Halo's really good. He just feed Technoblade Nightmare with his fist, and so he now now he's gonna actually full on interfere. So when Nightmare goes into second mode, he throws her sphere thingies, and then Daniel's gonna go into second form. I need to like constantly spam space bar in order to like get the. Oh, that's perfect. So when he's going into second form, you're seeing a pink all over the screen. He's like, Bad Boy Hill's color is white, not pink. And once again, Technoblade's color is pink. So once again, Technoblade actually. So this is Technoblade getting control. He's now they realizing that Bad Boy Hill's getting like a sick power up. He's like, okay, I need to debuff him because Bad Boy Hill got that sick combo earlier. So he takes control. So after later into the I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Oh, perfect. Okay, so then they do this like little trade off, and you're seeing Bad Boy Hill's fist here. Once again, his color is white. Why is his fist pink? And that's once again technically making his his fist weaker. And so when he got that hit, that actually did very little damage to him. So that's exactly why Nightmare just immediately got back up despite the combo, and just one hits him. And so technically, if Technoblade did not interfere, Bad Boy Halo would have defeated Nightmare, but it still would have been decently close because that beam that Nightmare shot out, that is still pretty powerful, as you saw it defeated Bad Boy Halo in one hit. Because Technoblade's disarming and debuffing does not debuff his health, it just debuffs how much damage his hits do. And so there's the next evidence of Technoblade making there's more evidence that's Technoblade's helping Nightmare. So then we go to Fade Away, and basically at the very beginning when Technoblade first shows up, Technoblade pulls out this piece of paper, and it's like you give like the nostalgia, and you see this picture with like Dream and Technoblade together, and Dream's all happy and stuff. And like, I'm not a facial expressions like expert, but this face looks extremely fake with how his eyebrow is looking on his right eye here. Like that is like really fake. And also in the background here, we're seeing like a bunch of dots and stuff. In a lot of books that have like picture books, crowds are constantly being shown as like just random colored dots because obviously they don't have time to individually draw each one. So I feel like this is like imagining Technoblade. This is like imagining an audience. And where would we find this image from? There isn't any other animations that show like the Dream versus Technoblade duel. So like that's not animation, despite this being called Dream versus Technoblade. That's not what the animation is about. It's about Nightmare versus Technoblade. But there is something that has to do with the crowd, and so we go to Destiny. So we're seeing this crown at the very first few seconds of the video, and does this look familiar to you? Golden crown, 3 red jewels inside of it. Hello? Same exact crown. It's really obviously noticeable. This is just proving that these two animations are connected. So like this series and this animation is connected in some way, because Technoblade is still wearing the crown that he won at MCC. And so now you're probably wondering where this tainted with Soren and dislike is coming up. And so what it basically, it starts here where in Parkour Warrior, Technoblade slams face first into the ground. And so as you're seeing, he's wearing his normal crown, and now he has this crown. So he's swapped crowns basically. He slams face first. You can kind of see that there's a little bit of blood on his hands, but he's fine. And you can see he has a mad face. He has pretty disappointed face. And so you're basically the animation's portraying that nobody did not do that well in Parkour Warrior. And then Dream completes the map. Then during Battle Box, Dream goes face to face with Sapnap and George. So he defeats Sapnap, and then he has a little bit of trouble with George, but then he still managed to defeat him. So Dream basically just completed a 2v1. Then Technoblade then does a 1v1 against Tommy Ennis, which Tommy is not the best PvPer, so Technoblade easily has the advantage. And so obviously easy dub defeat. And then Technoblade gets defeated by Quig, so he loses. But then Dream then destroys Pizza Hut, which is known to be one of the best MCC players, Minecraft Championship players, because he is basically every single dodge bolt he competes in, he instantly wins. So Dream got a 2v1 and defeated one of the best players, and then Technoblade literally just defeated one of the worst PvPers. and so that's basically showing that Technoblade's getting absolutely carried by Dream. Then in Dodge Bolt, Technoblade gets eliminated, and then Dream gets the victory shot and basically carries them again, giving them the game point, and they win. And so Technoblade clearly got carried in this, and not only that, and it's actually legit from Minecraft Championships, like the streams actually make sense here, because Technoblade actually got 6th in the individual board on that MCC championship, and Dream got 2nd, so he clearly got carried. Well, except Santa's time, but that's not in part of the animation, so that's not canon. So wherefore, Technoblade's jealous. So here's what the dislike from the word Sorn is basically technically being jealous of Dream carrying him. So he decides to make his revenge by helping Nightmare defeat 2 of his friends. And just so you know, the first video, the sleepwalking video where Nightmare and Dream fight each other, there is zero evidence of Technoblade helping. There is zero evidence of Technoblade helping Nightmare in that video. So that basically shows like a timeline that Technoblade helps Nightmare on the second, helps Nightmare to continue his thing and not start it. But then you're probably wondering what made him switch sides, and I can totally explain it, which there's not really a lot of evidence toward this, but there's quite a bit of it. So I feel like the reason is because Technoblade had sympathy, because he felt bad about what he did. Like, he has the very sad moment when Sapnap dies in the Riptide, and you can see Dream's mourning, and of course that makes perfect sense. His friend just died, and he's very sad about it. And you can see that technically it's like reaction. You can't really see a reaction, but you do immediately after you see Dreams mourning, you instantly see the flower, or that's supposedly Technoblade, and so that basically shows that Technoblade saw that. Then in Sleepwalking, Slow Down, Dream has an even worse interaction with Bad Boy Halo's death, because he saw him before he died, and so he literally witnessed Bad Boy Halo die, which is worse than even seeing the dead body of your friend. Like, that's like the worst ever. And he tried to save him, But the reason he couldn't is because Dream's not actually there, or he's just a ghost, or like a spirit. So when he jumped in front of him, Nightmare could not actually see. That's why he kept on doing the attack. Literally could not see Dream the whole time because he wasn't actually there, and so that's why the thing still affected Bad Boy Halo. And so Bad Boy Halo is dead, and you can see Dream's reaction once again. He's super sad about it, and so this this is what causes Technoblade's to change. He's feeling bad. He's like, oh my gosh, I did such a terrible thing. I just helped a Nightmare, and now two of his friends are dead. I feel so bad. And so Technoblade decides to switch roles. And you can also see Bad Boy Hale's reaction to him appearing. When he shows up, you immediately, seconds later, you can see he has an angry face. He is furious because Technoblade betrayed Nightmare. None of these animations does it show. None of these animations, neither of these two, show Nightmare furious. Well, except the first one, whereas when he fought Dream, but that's understandable because he's the evil version of Dream, which makes sense why he'd be mad at Dream, but not with Bad Boy Halo or Sapnap. So, but now he's mad at Technoblade because he caused that betrayal, and so when he does that, he once again has the angry face. He is a little bit pissed, and then if we move up a little bit. Oh, I think I may have. Okay. So he goes into second form because they instantly go to that. And then we have, once again, angry face again. We once again have the angry eyebrows and everything. So we can clearly see that Nightmare is upset that Blade lost. And so with all that evidence, I can confirm that Technoblade was originally on Nightmare's side, helping defeat Sapnap in Bad Boy Halo, then swapping sides to help Dream defeat Nightmare. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload to this channel. And this is I'm honestly probably not going to be doing these kind of videos like that often because like it's been quite a while since I did one of these videos. Like it was one of my first videos was that other lore video, and now I'm going to be doing another one like what's the date on this thing? 10 months ago, and I'm going to be uploading it today, so like that'll be really that's like pretty far, so I'm not going to be doing these videos that often. Similar, just like where is it? And just like the speedrun videos, I'm not going to be doing those things that often. I'll be trying to upload more, but thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.